For weakness one, I was particularly weak in the aspect of determining the need rather than being presumptive and already acting like I knew the need, which I got from the case file. In other words, I need to be better at determining the need through questions and presenting that to the buyer. I need to uncover buyer motives and reflect this back at the buyer to fulfill the buyer's needs. Buying motives are need-activated drive to search for and acquire a solution to resolve a need or problem. Rather than over-informing, which is what I often tend to do because I study the case file so much, I need to ask them what their need is and then solve that need and confirm that need with them to get the buying motives that they would benefit from. My second weakness is using the uncovered needs to determine how the product can solve their issues. Getting confirmed benefits and having checkbacks is what would illustrate this or solve this. Confirmed benefits are benefits a buyer indicates are important and represent value, and these can be confirmed through and reminded to the buyer through regular checkbacks, which are questions used to generate feedback from buyer and can be used to confirm benefits. Reminding the buyer of their needs, then confirming them through checkbacks to solidify the need and how you can solve it, which would illustrate how the product would benefit them specifically. And that is how I would solve it. My first strength is that I thought one of my biggest strengths was to cost or price objection. I handled this by applying an indirect denial. Price objection is the resistance to a product based on the price being too high. Indirect denial is a response a buyer has to a salesperson has to a buyer objection, and the salesperson takes a softer, more tactful approach when correcting customer information. I did so by explaining, yes, the price may be higher, but the long-term benefit and stability cancels this out. By paying a slightly higher price now, you get a longer lifetime out of a product, which then cancels out the higher price and you get a better investment. My second strength I found was to be the ending of the sales process with a close and with a trial close or trial commitment, and I greatly improved upon this on the second practice. I demonstrated a trial commitment, which is an earning commitment technique that determines the attitude of the buyer toward a particular benefit. After uncovering the needs of the buyer, I then posed a trial close with the statement, so what you're telling me is that you've been struggling with blank need. Now, if I could show you a product that would help with this and help cut costs, you would be interested in that. This is an effective use of a trial commitment and close, and that is my second strength.